Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel, Strong Island. Today I'm gonna show you real quick how to do front brakes on a 2007 BMW X3 or E83 is the chassis code. I'm just gonna go over it real quick. I'm not actually gonna change the rotors out, but I'll show you how to take off the bracket and take it off and then put it back on. Anyway, but I'm gonna put new brake pads in. Okay, so let's go take a walk over. All right. Yep, and here's my little parking lot, right? All right. Set up the camera real quick. I already jacked up the car. Okay, all right, let's point it right where we need it. We'll be good to go. All right, let's take off the lug nuts first. Wrong setting. Last one. Yeah, that one was on there pretty good. Yeah, doesn't want to come out. Okay. Well, fortunately, when I bring this vehicle to get tires, these guys way over torque the lug studs, and I asked them not to. I asked them, to use a torque stick, but I know they don't. You gotta watch people. I mean, I don't have a tire mounting machine, unfortunately, because I do it myself. Unfortunately, can't trust people. Sometimes these wheels get stuck on here. All right, there you go. Okay. Yeah. A lot of the European cars have lug studs. Sometimes the wheel sticks to the hub. All right. Okay, let me quick look. Yeah. Okay, the next thing is I'm gonna take off caliper pins. See if I can get you guys a good angle here. These are 7mm hex heads. I have 7mm hex head sockets for a socket wrench. Much easier than using an Allen key. Okay. All right. I'm gonna crack them loose with a ratchet first. Okay. Next one. Right here. Yeah, I don't want to ruin my cordless here if I don't have to. Breaking them free. Sometimes they don't want to break free on their own. Yeah. All right. Okay. Next one. Bottom one. All right, come on, get in there. All right. I'm sorry, I gotta get in here. Apologize. Alright, next thing I want to do is you gotta pop off this tension spring clip here. Okay. There you go. Sorry about that. You guys probably didn't see it. It popped off under tension. Alright, and the next thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna open up the master cylinder brake reservoir because I'm gonna compress the caliper. So obviously I don't want to overflood the system and have that thing closed. These cars also have brake pad wear sensor, an actual electronic sensor, not just those mechanical noise making sensors. So I'm gonna do that too. It's on one side. On the front it's on the drivers, on the rear it's on the passengers. Alright, so now I'm gonna compress the caliper with a C-clamp. Okay, it's good enough to take it off now. Alrighty, now, excuse me. Alright, pop the caliper off now. My hand. There goes the pad. Alright. Excuse me. Alright. Alright, this is still attached to the sensor. Changing the pads. The front pads aren't too bad, but they are getting low. They kind of do have lines in them. So anyway. Alright. Plug this. I need my screwdriver. And a little flashlight. I got one right here. And I do have a little screwdriver over here. Okay. See if I can just angle this in here. No. Oh, this thing doesn't want to stand up on its own anymore. Look at that. That's a shame. Okay. Alright. You know what? Technically speaking, this thing is still good. You know what? I don't have to change it. See if you guys could see that here. I'm gonna grab the camera just to show you guys. This right here is a brake wear sensor, and it lights up on your dash when the rotor starts to eat through the side here, and it breaks, you know, puts an open in the circuit, and that sets off the light on your dash, and then this way you know your pads are low. I was hearing some noise, you know, a little bit. You know, these are ceramic pads, and I have these slotted and drill rotors that the car came with when I bought it. I probably should have bought another set of rotors. They really do need to be changed. But anyway, that's it right there. And it runs all the way. Sorry, flashlight. It runs back over here. Let's see if you guys could see that. And you just I got a light on it. And you see that little box there? You open up the box and unplug it. The front one is not that bad to do. The back one, you gotta lay underneath the car, obviously, if you're, you know, doing it in your driveway. So it's a little bit more of a pain, but it's not difficult, you know. Anyway, that's it. Let me put the camera back. Alright, the next step you would take from here is you would take off this caliper bracket right here, which I'm going to show you the bolts in the back. Alright. Those two right there. One. And there's the one on the bottom. And all you do is, you know, you take those off, and it comes right off. There's the flange right there. Right there. That's it, and it pops right off, and then the rotor just pops right off. I don't think it's necessary to show you guys that. Anyway, let me put this back in the tripod here, and we can put the pads back on real quick. All right, grab the brake pads. Oh, that was slick. Torque wrench. Anyway, new set of pads. ATE. They make a lot of the factory brake pads for a lot of European cars that I mess with. Anyway, good brand. I ordered these online from a good vendor, fcpeuro.com. So they got a lifetime warranty on them. So, you know, when these wear down, I could send them in for a new set. Forever. So, can't beat that, right? Anyway, I'm gonna apply some Plasti Lube on here, which is also made by ATE. Okay. These are ceramic brake pads, too. I believe that's what this car calls for. I like to use ceramic brake pads just because they leave less brake dust. I don't like to use organic. It's semi-organic, I guess is alright, whatever. I just don't like the mess. And they have some really good ceramic pads out now. They work really good. They work, you know, excellent in my opinion. Some people don't agree, but I've never had any issues with them. A lot of people say they're real noisy. I don't know. To each their own, right? But this is good. Pop that right in. There's the spring clip on the back. Here's the old one just to show you guys again. Alright, and it sits flat like this and you just pop it in. Makes it pretty easy. I do want to compress the piston a little bit more. It doesn't look like it was seated. I should have did it with the old pad, but that's alright. I have the C-clamp right here, and my C-clamp does have a rubber pad on it, so I won't damage the new pad. It should be fine. It just needs a little more compression. And just so I don't have a problem with the fitment, putting it back on the bracket, caliper bracket. Alright, it was just a little bit off. Alright. Take that out of there. Okay. Put that to the side. Alright, let's put some of this Plasti Lube on this pad over here. I just apply it with my finger. Just use your finger, man. Works every time. Oh, smiley face. Anyway. Alright, get that all on there. On the back of that shim, nice. Alright. These pads front pads are very easy to do on this car, obviously, as you guys can see. Alright. Alright. I usually lube up the pins, so I'll demonstrate real quick. I usually hit them with a little bit of brake cleaner and wipe them off with a good rag. These ones weren't really dirty, so not too bad. I need the other can of brake cleaner here. Okay. Anyway. Wipe that down. Grab the Plasti Lube, just put a little bit on there. And help the caliper pin, you know, from sticking. Little details like this really make a difference. You know, some people just skip that stuff. You know, when I was working at the dealership, a lot of guys did a lot of half-ass stuff, you know, so I really should have changed out the rotor. I know I'm talking shit now and I sound like a hypocrite, but I should have ordered those. I didn't. I screwed up. I just want to get the new pads in here. I should have waited. see, sometimes they stick, they don't want to come out, so that's why I'm trying to clean them off a little bit. All right. On Subarus, you really gotta detail everything when you do the brakes. Those things, the boots like to stick. Everything likes to stick on a lot of the older Subarus. You really need to detail the brakes when you service them. I mean, everything. I've had a lot of issues with the caliper pins freezing up on them cars over the years. It's kind of a pain, and sometimes the caliper bracket bolts get frozen or can even strip out or break. Sucks. These cars aren't that bad. I don't know. It seems like the European cars, the undercarriages, don't take a beating as much as some of the Japanese imports. Alright, get that back in there. Okay, slides in and out. Nice. Freely. Okay, cool. Cool beans, man. Alright, it should just slide right on. Make sure that front pad is in there. You gotta reconnect that sensor, or if you replaced it, you would have already done that. But I'm gonna get in the way for a second. Apologize. I have to just plug the sensor into the caliper pad here. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys something else here because it's important when it comes to this wear sensor. Where the valve is for the brake fluid, when you bleed the brakes, it has a boot, and it also holds the wire for that wear sensor, for that brake pad wear sensor. If that's missing or broken off, I would replace it, because if you don't and you got this thing dangling back here, the tire could hit it and yank it out, or something when you're making a turn, or something could snag it, so this it holds on to it. If you guys could see that, it's important. If those break, I've seen them get ripped out, and then someone thinks they're pad. It's just a small, it costs like $1 or $2. Small thing, just it's important though. All right, the camera back. Alright. Okay. Alright. Screw the pins in. Now, I like to push the caliper in while I'm screwing the caliper pins in, just to make sure it's gonna line up properly and the caliper pin will screw in properly. All right, the bottom one now. All right, okay. Top one finished. All right, and then I'll tighten them by hand with the socket wrench and, excuse me, and 7mm hex head. Just snug them by hand. Don't over tighten them. No reason to. I just like to make sure that they're on there the right way by hand. Alright, there's also caps for those. 2 caps. They go over the caliper pins, the backs. Don't forget those. Protects them from the elements. I definitely think it makes a difference. Okay. Alrighty, that one's in. And then we need the tension clip, spring clip, whatever you want to call it. Pop it into that hole right there on the top. And then the bottom one. This is what I do. Show you guys real quick. Take a chisel, screwdriver, whatever, pry bar. Put it up against that tension clip and I tap it with a hammer or a mallet or something like that, whatever you got. And just make sure it's on there. You know, yeah. You don't want to forget that, alright? Okay. There you go. Alright. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of brake cleaner, rotor real quick. I cleaned out the slots and the holes on here. That's up to you guys because the brake dust builds up in it, you know. It fills up in there, so it kind of defeats the purpose if those are clogged up. Anyway, tire back on. I hope so. Anyway, I'm going to drop it down. Let me move the jack stand. I use jack stands at wheel chucks too. You know, just to be on the safe side. Doesn't hurt. Okay. Hold it down. And at this point, I'm going to tighten. Excuse me. I'm going to tighten the reservoir cap on the master cylinder brake master cylinder reservoir cap. All right. And now we're going to torque this down. It's the book says 89 foot-pounds. All right. I just need the socket. 17 millimeter socket. 89 foot-pounds. The lug studs off. Let me pause it and then we'll go take a ride. Alright, we're taking the BMW X3 for just a quick test drive. Test out the brakes, you know, quick braking, whatever. side street over here. Shut that off there. Not using it. Test them out here. Perfect. Sounds good. No noise. No pulsating. Nothing. All right. This vehicle has good brakes to begin with. I mean, since the day we bought it, you know, I liked how the brakes felt. And, you know, the car drives beautifully. All-wheel drive on this is excellent. It's a lot like the Mercedes 4MATIC, you know, based on a rear-wheel drive. All-wheel drive system based on a rear-wheel drive vehicle. It seems to really perform better in the snow, off-road. I mean, this thing doesn't have a lot of height. It's got a little bit of height. It's about the same height as like a Honda CR-V. But the all-wheel drive performs much better than, you know, my experiences with Honda CR-Vs and whatnot. Excellent. Brakes feel good. All right. That's it, man. I appreciate you guys watching, checking out the video. You know, if you like the video, you know, hit me up with a thumbs up. Really appreciate it. If you didn't like the video, please don't hit me with no. Anyway, if you like the video, hit me with a thumbs up. You know, if you like anything I'm doing, you know, subscribe. You know, appreciate it. And with that, I'll catch you next time. All right, peace out.